Welcome to today's Quentin Carpenter Nature of Flowers Photoshop tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at doing one of these past and present and future style photographs where we've got an old sepia side and a new modern side. Okay, to do that I'm going to talk you through it step by step and then we'll have a go at making one. Okay, you can see here that we've got a photograph of a portrait of my wife looking really cool. And we're going to turn it into a sepia version here, and I'll talk you through how to do that. And then what we're going to do is remove half of it, so you've got half of the sepia side and half the color side, okay? So I'll talk you through how we're going to do that in real time so you can see what we need to do in order to make it work. So first thing we need to do is be on our background layer, and I'll just remove these layers so they're not in the way. So when we're on a background layer, we're going to duplicate it, and the best way to duplicate it is to right click and duplicate layer. Click OK, and you can see we've got an exact same copy of it. Then, first of all, we need to make it black and white. So we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, and we're going to find where it says black and white here. I've shown you how to do this before in a previous video. And we're going to click OK. And then once we've done that, we're going to make that sepia effect. We're going to do it a really easy way. We're going to go to Image, to Adjustments, and we're going to look for Color Balance. And we're going to be looking at reds and yellows to create that sepia effect. So we're going to be looking for some reds in here and some yellows in here. And we will find where we want it to go. Okay, maybe slightly less red. Once we have made these adjustments, we'll click OK on this bar here. And then it's too bright and there's a few other effects we want to add to it. So we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, and we're going to experiment with the exposure first of all. We're going to try and underexpose it. And get it right about there. Click OK. And then we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, and Brightness and Contrast. And we're going to make it darker with the brightness. Give it more contrast with the contrast. Okay. Once we are happy with how it looks here, we're going to start adding some what is called noise to make it look more old-fashioned. And to do that, we're going to go to the filter gallery here. We're going to go to where it says noise and add noise. Once we've got the add noise, we can add stacks of it until it turns into just one big old mess, or we can add slightly less. So we get that sort of grainy old newspapery effect that we're looking for here. Okay, once we're happy with that, maybe a tiny bit more actually, we can click OK here. And then we can do a few more adjustments as well to the image. And we will just experiment with how saturated and how dark it is here. So we bring it up a little bit there. Put a bit more colour in it here. And if we're not quite happy with the colour we've got, we can adjust it on the hue here. Okay. And when we're happy with that, we click OK. Now you can see if I go back to the original, there's the original. And there is the black and white sepia effect. Now, once we've done this, there's two ways we can experiment with this. We could draw a box over this side, and I'll show you what happens. We go to the background copy here. We would like to go edit, copy, and then edit, paste, and you'll see we have half of the image here. And then we've got the color side and black and white sepia side. If I used a soft edged eraser tool, so I click on the eraser, I go up to here, I click on soft round from the general brushes. I can make the size different. I want it quite large, just a little bit less large, and no, somewhere about here, no, a little bit more, like there, and then I can just click and fade out the line edge here, and I might want to take it in more here, and you can see that I've got a sepia side and a color side. Now, I tried this out earlier and I'm looking at it again here when I do this. If we do it this way round, you can't really see the fact that we've got the old-fashioned effect here and then the colourful, bright, modern side here. So what I think I would do instead is go back to this layer, draw a box the other side, edit, copy, edit, paste on this one, and then use the eye tool here. So now you can see there's a really obvious, this is old-fashioned looking, this is more modern. Use the eraser tool again on the edge, and just start to fade out so we haven't got that harsh line. If you find the brush is too big, you can make it slightly smaller. If you want more control, you can type in a number. And in this way, what we want is to make it really obvious that we've got like the old-fashioned side and then the new side. So we want to keep the line quite straight. There we go. There, I think is more effective. I like the way you can see the sort of shadows in here. You can even experiment now you've got it with making it maybe a little bit darker still. So take the brightness down a bit more. If you do that, you might be careful that you don't see the edge. Fade that out again, and yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. So we've now got an old-fashioned and modern-looking portrait, which is perfect if we're doing a project called Past, Present, Future. It isn't just a straightforward sepia look like you've got there, and it adds a sort of extra dimension to our work. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed having a go experimenting with that. Obviously, you could do it horizontally as well as vertically. Have some fun experimenting yourself, and if you'd like to share any in the comments below, that would be great. Okay, thanks for watching. Obviously, if you enjoyed what you've watched, hit that subscribe button and tick the bell to be notified when the next video is posted. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and enjoy making sepia old-fashioned looking photos. Okay, thank you. Bye.